reduce the zoom size so we could see all, and good to go. Alright, guys, we have the recording started. We are good to go. Billy Weekly 207th death match between thwol and gokigennaname. Or I have Block Moonoid also here. Block, how would you?
Hello.
Yeah,
how,
how would you say
how
his
would I
name?
pronounce that name? I would say gokigennaname. I
Okay,
think it's Japanese.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Gokigennaname, Gennaname,
Gen. I don't think they do a gen. I think it's gen.
Gen. Okay,
Gokigennaname. Yep.
Goki. Do you know the meaning?
No, I don't know, but I know a lot of Japanese expressions or something and in naname, so it's yeah, it must mean something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, we can ask them after the game.
Right.
Okay,
Okay, so interesting start. Thwol putting down writing probably means that Thwol had pretty bad opening hand.
yep,
Domestication's pretty good. So domestication was used to meld city states and draw a new card. This is now kind of locking out Thwol from playing very many castles at this point.
yep.
So I think Thwol would be very happy with clothing right now or pottery.
Or
He did,
agriculture.
or
So
agriculture. Yeah, because now with writing, he can draw two and score three.
there you
So
go.
there's pottery. So agriculture would be shared, and pottery would be shared as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gokingen Naname is getting all the different colors.
Yep.
This is making clothing either very dangerous or if Gokingen Naname gets it, um, or very useless if Thwal gets it.
Yes, that is true. Now, city states is quite the pain because it can get, you know, it will block you from melding more castles.
Right.
And yes, and Goki's got pottery, which is Thwal's favorite card, one of his favorite, other than coal, of course. So Thwal is surprisingly not drawing twos, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't want to leave a two in his hand because of archery, but I thought he would draw one and meld it. But
Mm-hmm.
he's told me before that he feels a lot of the ones are powerful to have, and if you skip over them too early, then you give the advantage to your opponent because they get all the good ones that are out there, like the wheel, pottery, clothing, um, city states.
Yes. Yep. And the wheel is like, at this stage, wheel is like his worst nightmare, Thwal's worst nightmare, because, hey, what were his words? You get all the good cards. You
Right?
don't get good cards, you get all the cards. So,
So Thwal needs to be prepared for clothing
yep,
coming because there's a high chance that someone has it at this point.
yep.
Okay, so here comes the two. He probably will meld the two unless it's something like
One
a
second.
canal building, a yellow, because that's not going to be useful. Even mathematics would be not so useful right now. He needs another color.
Sorry about that. We were
It's
having
okay.
a dishwasher discussion. All right, so he
Yeah,
is.
so the two is not use a new color. This is potentially bad news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that means that he has to use agriculture a couple of times in order to be able to use calendar.
It's true. Yes.
That reminds me, he stole calendar from our game. I was so pissed off. I'm like, really? And he used it by using, what was that? Societies. He
Ah,
deliberately melded crowns just to steal calendar. I was so dang annoyed. I'm like,
wow.
that's my two card. That's my calendar. So I haven't gotten a response to my gripe session yet, so we can ask him. uh,
So I think at this point we can deduce that clothing is in thwol's hand
yes,
because
I'm sure.
gokigennaname would clearly play it right now. Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
speak of the devil. Speak of the devil, and yes, he can do that.
So it might have been the last one because he drew a one with the wheel.
Yes,
Uh, so now thwol really, really, really needs to meld colors,
that is true. That is true. Um,
no matter
unless
what they are. Yeah.
I have a feeling that, since the one deck is empty, he might use agriculture and return ones just so Goki would not score twos but just ones.
Well, he definitely has to meld one color because otherwise clothing, well,
Would.
actually clothing would be shared.
Mm hmm.
So he would get a free meld
Mm
out of
hmm.
clothing.
There you go.
Yeah. But I mean, you don't want clothing to be scoring two or three times.
Yep.
That's a little too much. If it's just scoring once and it's scoring ones, then that's okay. But if it starts scoring too many twos, that's problematic.
Mm hmm. I think he's estimating if he shares mysticism, what's that going to cover?
Right.
But hey, we don't know just yet.
Well, he has no idea. He only sees calendar. That's the only choice right now.
Ah.
But now
So.
city states probably will steal mysticism,
Mm hmm.
and then clothing will probably happen.
That's true. That is true. But ores is definitely a big, big, big worry.
Yes. So yeah, Gokigenname has to be a little careful not to cover up too many castles.
Oh, yes, absolutely. He's got a handful. So we're looking at the game it is, and for some reason my watch is stuck at last night. I don't know. Took a, I did some walk and it said, "Hey, you want to count it as a exercise?" I said, "Go for it! Yay! What's more? What's better? Yeah, count walk as exercise." And it's still sitting at paused. Your exercise session. I'm like, really, dude? Whatever.
Huh. I assume that Swall is going to give mysticism
That is entirely possible.
because if you just give ores, then you potentially will have city states again.
Well, or he could get screwed.
Yeah.
Especially if thwol has, you know, mats in hand.
Oh, okay.
So wow, he did get. Wow, that's interesting. Because thwol definitely wants to keep ores. Well, that's scary.
Well, his one probably had no crowns, but there's a chance the two had crowns.
Yep, we have what road? No, we have what is that yellow card? Boat, boat building or road? No, it's not road building. It's I don't know. My daughter calls it banana boat. I keep forgetting. I always call it banana boat.
Canal building?
Canal building. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Banana boat. So yeah, but we have banana boat and currency and what's that? Mats, of course.
So Swall had a two with crowns, but we don't know what it was.
Yep.
Uh, and the other, he has metalworking, he has construction, so he can cover up red, but he's out of luck on green. So Gokigen Naname can just keep using clothing to score. Yeah, Thwal has to. That makes sense. Metalworking to try to score a bunch of castles.
Mm-hmm.
if he's lucky, but he was unlucky. Clothing is safe right now. You can just score two,
Yep. Yep.
because that was philosophy. So right now, thwol has no green card.
Yes, that is true.
And actually, based on what we've seen calendar, um, construction, philosophy, and then something with with crowns. That actually means a decent number of twos with castles are might be left in that pile.
Right.
So I would definitely want to score them
Mm-hmm.
with clothing so that metalworking wouldn't have
Yep.
any luck.
That is true. That
I
is
mean,
true.
we don't know what the two twos are in gokigennaname's hand,
Yes.
but assumedly they might be useful. Or, yeah, no, I would just do clothing here.
Yes, that is true. I mean, he scored twos, and let's see if he'll score two.
So thwol has to hope that that last two has castles and the first three also has castles.
In order to get the first achievement. Oh well. But
Oh
guess
well,
what? He's gonna save himself from clothing.
that's true. It doesn't actually have to do anything about it because if
Oh yeah,
Goki
he's
gets
gonna
Nanami
share.
uses clothing is shared. Yep.
Unless unless well, no.
Unless
What
another
if
castle comes out and then ores.
I'm kind of
Like,
thinking. I mean, what's that? The blue card, tools. Tools has one, and the yellow masonry. But you know what? Goki will have to melt both of them in order to be able to use ores.
right.
So
So it's unless he has monotheism would be the one
yes,
would be useful here.
that is true. But you know what? He could do city states
Yeah, that's
again,
true.
Goki.
Yes. At which point thwol would definitely give metalworking.
Yes.
Because I mean metalworking because that covers up ores, but also metalworking is not as useful, and he also has the red replacement because he has construction in his hand.
Oh yes, construction and currency. So yes, the game started in Goki's favor, but it's getting evened out pretty quick. So let's see. Now these are really good players. Goki has, oh, he's got the first achievement. Yep, that's good. That is good. And if he does pottery, he'll have to share pottery. And thwol has the lead in leaves and castles, so that is good. But Goki has the lead in crowns. So, and Goki has city states, which can definitely cause trouble, like we discussed. So we are, yeah, this would definitely give him city states if he does that. But definitely, let's see.
I still might use city states to steal metalworking at this point,
Yep, that is true.
just to then maybe use metalworking. 'Cause right now, I mean, Gokigen Naname can share pottery But then thwol returns a two and draws a three, and then he's got stuff for currency. Well, I don't know. Huh. Maybe pottery would give enough of an advantage that gokigennaname would get the two first, but he doesn't have a two down. That's also a problem.
Yep.
Um, yeah, so both players are technically out of time right now, and so they both have to avoid clicking on the button that says skip the turn of the player that's out of time.
Yeah, the
Uh,
bright red that keeps winking. I was, in our game, my game with Paul, we have an ongoing game going on, and he is out of time, and he is causing so much trouble. I said, you know what? Maybe I should kick you. I've threatened him, so yeah, he is, yeah. He started playing then. I'm like, well, there's your little sword that is just threatening you, so hey, stop causing so much trouble.
right.
So, alright, so I think thwol will probably definitely do that.
Yeah, there's no reason not to share here.
Exactly.
Um, I'd probably return philosophy
Hmm.
out of he has philosophy and construction.
So, yes, he returned philosophy and he scored philosophy.
So Gokigen Naname could do something interesting by returning two ones. He could score three, and then thwol gets a one, and Gokigen Naname gets a one, and then two threes from sharing. So that could be interesting.
That would be a good idea, yes. Now, which card he wants thwol to have? What's that card? Code of Laws, probably. That would.
Yeah, code of laws would be useless, right? Even masonry at this point would be pretty useless.
That is
Uh,
true.
because thwol wouldn't want to cover up agriculture with masonry. Um,
Yes, that is true. Yes, he did return a
yes.
couple of ones. Oh, three ones.
He did three was not necessary. Two is all he needed. And he didn't, as a result, he drew the one and then his sharing bonus was only a one out of three. This is not very helpful. Yeah, he only needed to return two
Mm-hmm.
because if he returned two, then he's scoring a two, but there are no twos there, so it scores a three instead. That's a imprecision, I think, on Gokigen Naname's part. Still, probably Gokigen Naname will get age two first.
Mm-hmm.
Because thwol does not want to share currency. Thwol can do agriculture twice if he wants to.
Yep.
Um, or actually, thwol may want to do agriculture once, return the one, score a three, and then do calendar and draw two threes. Ah, okay. Well, he knew what he returned, so that was good. Okay. Yeah, so now Gokigen Naname is in trouble
Mm-hmm.
because thwol can just share currency on his turn and achieve the two.
Yes. Koki does not have the two on his board. So let's see.
If Gokigen Naname has monotheism, now would be the time to use it. Meld it and then use ores because optics is in
Yes,
Thwol's hand.
that is true. That is true. Yes, that is the one card that hasn't shown up, but maybe it's in somebody's score pile. We don't know yet.
Right.
So, hey, 1 second. 1 second, block. 1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay.
You know, we say that the dishes give birth.
The dishes give birth?
Oh, yeah. We never seem to run out of dirty dishes.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so now we can expect thwol to share currency and achieve the two. But gokigennaname will return a one, a two, and a three. So gokigennaname will get 8 points. Ah, no, he's sharing agriculture.
Yep.
So not as big of a draw.
But thwol can return a 3 and score a 4.
Right, which is just enough.
Yep. Now, why did thwol said he should let the timer get to the end? To get rid of this game, probably. Okay, so Goki passed.
That's surprising. I would have participated
Mm-hmm.
because then thwol draws a three, and you can maybe use. Oh no, he doesn't have the advantage for ores. Never mind.
So we have a strange visitor that is also a spectator along with Ponisu. Um, I don't know. Hey, Pony, are you listening? Or you're just spectating, probably. He's not in the Zoom call. So let's see. Da 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 da. Okay, let me see. Okay, so it's.
Yeah, so two uses of pottery, and then melding the three, and Kokigen Naname gets H3.
Yes.
Thwol can use calendar without having to share. So that's good because Kokigen Naname has too many cards in his hand.
So thwol is gonna do calendar, which is what I did, but it's Goki's second turn. I think he's just gonna do pottery again. Ah, nice.
That's, well, it's an extra leaf for fermenting. So he changed the order here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Uh, the calendar is still for you to use. Um,
Yes, and he's not going to share the calendar at the moment because Goki has the same number of cards in hand. So,
I mean, the potential here, it's a little slow, is feudalism twice, leads to two splays, and then Kokigen Naname would get the lead on castles. But that's not really worth it here.
yeah,
I think it's just, yeah, the point was to meld a three first and then use pottery.
yes. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, feudalism is my least favorite card. So the
Yes,
only reason why I see that as an advantage is because of fermenting. You get to draw an extra card with
exactly.
fermenting.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Gokigen Naname wants to draw a lot of the fours.
So thwol as usual is thinking
Well, could take a gamble and share, or no, it's not shared. Um,
agriculture or currency, you mean? Thing is
uh,
that,
yeah,
mysticism is not going to get shared, otherwise, he would have used something crazy.
right. I mean, he could use calendar again to draw another three and a four.
Hmm.
Um, and then if I were gokigennaname, I might actually use fermenting first, draw a whole bunch of fours, and use pottery on a four because thwol can't achieve the three first
Hmm.
because he has no three melded, so he has to score and meld. And yeah, I would want to be the first one to get gunpowder.
Everybody's favorite cards gunpowder and ores and machinery. Yep, always trouble. And he does not want to cover currency or agriculture or calendar, so he does not want to share mysticism. I mean, use mysticism.
Right. I think calendar is his only real option here.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, he can still. Yeah, it is still usable. Now, so far, well, in this tournament, Thwol beat Wookie Butcher. Oh, okay, wow, interesting. He let him have the. Yes, he's next turn. He's going to meld a three on Goki's board. No,
Right. And so that, well, I mean, no, because
Goki is going
castles,
to.
crowns aren't shared anymore. So Thwol is saving currency for himself. So
Yes.
he's forcing Gokigennaname right now to use pottery, score a three,
Mm-hmm.
and then achieve the three. Because otherwise, currency, Thwol will score 5 points and achieve the three.
Yes. Yep. He does not want to do ores just yet. He wants to get the third achievement first. There you go. Yeah. Here goes pottery. Yep. And he
For now,
achieved.
yeah, Thwol can do currency and then optics.
Yes.
I would do it in that order. Probably the two and I mean the two was um either philosophy or construction. That's not useful right now. The three is probably not something useful. So why not empty the hand?
I mean, it's probably either alchemy or, I mean, he could do alchemy, sheer alchemy, and, yep, and potentially destroy Goki's hand. But we'll see. So going back, okay, so Thwol also beat Mananaut and Madison Silver and Riley G. So pretty tough opponents. Let's see who Goki got. Goki got Simpson, nice, and Pai Wong, and Temazia, and Q3. Wow. So Goki had a pretty good run with tough
All right.
opponents.
Yeah.
Q3 is no joke, honestly, because I've seen Q3 destroy people in about 6 minutes, 6 to 6 to nothing or 6 to 1 game, and that was like a week or so ago. I was impressed. 5 or 6 minutes? That has to be the shortest innovation game. So, thwol is, well, there is no harm in doing optics, but he wants to do,
I mean, it's safe to do currency because then they're tied at 15. So
yes,
even if optics is the failure, he wouldn't have to
give a
give
card.
any points away.
Exactly. Wow. Oops. Gunpowder. Of all
Oh,
the
that was a lucky
cards,
draw. Now
it
it's
was,
time to have some fun.
yeah,
Boom, boom, boom.
boom. There comes the guns. And Goki, of course, and depending on what is the four he got, and of course, Goki is gonna go fermenting and hopefully be able to cover something, his purples or reds.
Yeah, this is trouble because his red pile is definitely dead because optics is gone.
Yep.
So I would right now just get rid of ores and then
Mm-hmm.
archery and then try to cover up purple and yellow. It's not looking good.
Nope.
Well, he can draw a lot with fermenting, and maybe he gets colonialism. That would be good. Yeah, I mean, try to draw a lot with fermenting. Maybe you get colonialism. Maybe you get Reformation, which would at least give you monument.
That
Maybe
is
you get
true.
enterprise. Colonialism would be best right now, though.
Mm-hmm. Because he does not want to draw out all the fours. Because thwol is gonna score a 4 with gunpowder and then a 5.
Right.
He needs to cover at least the purple. And he does not have a red or a purple in hand. So that is what it seems to be. Ah, there you go.
Colonialism, that
Here you go.
stops
Speak of the devil.
gunpowder. So
Now that
now
was a good
Fall can
one.
do currency, got 5 points,
Yep,
achieved 4.
yep.
Well, actually, he
Just want to do
could, I would
currency.
actually do calendar. Um, this would work. Calendar, which is would not be shared because gokigennaname has too many cards. So calendar, he would draw a 4 and a 5, and then he uses currency, scores 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 14 points. And then next turn achieves the 4 and does mysticism to meld a 5, and then we'll achieve the 5. That seems like a really nice option because Gokigen Naname right now can only um, do pottery to score 4, and then pottery again. Yeah, so thwol has time because Gokigen Naname can't steal the 4 away. The 4 achievement.
Yep, that is true. But maybe there's a reason why thwol is keeping the 2 and the 3 in hand. I'm just wondering.
But the two was either philosophy or construction.
He scored philosophy, so it has to be construction.
Well, it wasn't clear which one he scored. He
Um,
had both when we suggested scoring philosophy, but he might have scored construction to get it out of play,
mm-hmm.
uh, because it was potentially dangerous. Uh, and then we don't know what three is. The three might be translation. Uh, it might be machinery. Who knows? Might be education. That's one that he likes to save.
Yep.
Compass is one that people like to save.
Oh, yes.
But I would do the calendar and currency combo. You got a huge score. 33-point score is quite a big lead.
That's weird. It says my blood sugar is low, but I don't feel it. It's getting weirder and weirder as the years go by. So, Paul is busy thinking, and I'm still going to get me a little cereal bar. Excuse me.
So there's calendar, and unless he drew coal, his favorite five, I imagine he's going to use currency to return all four of those cards. He has the two, the three, four,
You were right, actually.
and
That's a lot of points.
is the five going back or no? He's debating. I bet you it's coal or something, maybe astronomy.
Yeah, I mean, that's 9 points so far, unless he returns a 5 as well. And
Yeah,
of
I
course, yep.
I would return the five.
And of course, he's going to share mysticism.
Hmm. if it's statistics, he might be worried about returning it and letting gokigennaname draw it.
Yep,
Might have been statistics actually.
yep, that is true.
So now actually I was wrong. Gokigennaname can steal the four right now by doing pottery
Yes,
and
you are
returning
right.
two ones.
So thwol stopped at scoring the 5. That must be, yes, you are right. It may be his favorite card, Cole. It may be his favorite card, Cole.
And in fact, if you really, really wanted to make a mess for thwol, you could return the one, the one, the two. That would still score the five. Then Gokigen Naname would draw one of those ones back, but there would still be the one and the two left, and that would screw up mysticism.
But you know, mysticism is shared. So Goki is
Ah,
gonna melt
yeah,
that one first.
never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
So in that case, just return the two ones.
Yeah.
And just realize that the one of those ones, whichever one you return second, is what's going to go on your board.
Yep.
Missed opportunity. I don't know that Gokigen Naname realizes this, that if he returns two ones and there are no twos to draw to score, it would just go to the next highest level. It's the second time this game that he's missed that opportunity. Uh,
Well, not everybody is a maths professor, Paul. Because you explained it and you're right, and I still can't wrap my head around it. So, yeah. And
it is a trick that people use all the time.
yes. But you know, it's kind of, I mean, when you're playing a real time game, and it's kind of, you have to think and think. Because these
Right.
things are, I mean, when you're doing the regular turn based any other game, then yes, you think and think and think. And, but when you're doing it beyond the stream thing, it's really, it can screw up your head. It did that to me in my real time final game, and because you guys were looking at just, you know, some moves, and I was like, I don't know, what is my move? What should I do? What should I do? Blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah. Well, can achieve the four right now comfortably, and he should. Um, and then he could either meld the five in his hand or take a gamble. Actually, I don't think he wants to share mysticism.
Yep.
So,
I think the 5 in his hand may be either societies, or what is that? Dangerous 5. Uh, yes, he does not want to cover calendar. So it's
or he
probably
does
physics.
calendar and draws two fives, and then can have his pick of which of those three fives he wants to meld.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does not want to share agriculture. He might do currency or calendar.
Yeah, if he shares mysticism, the problem is that gokigennaname will have a 5 on his board and can just achieve the 5. Well, actually, no.
Not
He
yet,
would need
no?
6 points. Yeah. Um, but yeah, thwol wants a choice of fives. And potentially he could use mysticism and share it and get a 6 on his board, which would be fun too. There's statistics.
Yep, get rid of all the score. There you go.
So the 5 that thwol saved was not statistics. So it was either coal or maybe astronomy, maybe societies.
Yep, if it is societies, he can steal statistics. But I
Yeah.
don't think he wants to do that because he would rather keep agriculture to himself.
Yeah.
So, what's the other five, yellow five?
Steam engine.
Steam engine. Okay, yep. But if he has steam engine, he could melt steam engine and use gunpowder to wipe out feudalism.
But then statistics returns that 5 and then returns all those threes because feudalism is another 3. Chemistry, the antidote to statistics.
Yep, he wants to get a 6 in hand.
And by returning ones, he's also slowing down pottery.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you are right. But it will definitely stop him from using agriculture and whatever, but we'll see.
Is it really so hard to choose which one to return?
With thwol, oh yes, he is plotting. He is definitely plotting.
I mean, I wouldn't want to return sailing right now, but what else? I don't know. Maybe he's worried that he'll need castles in the future for empire.
Come on, Thomas, return something, please. Return a card. Yeah, he's trying to see he should, what he wants Goki to melt by sharing mysticism. Finally, A1. And my pandemic friends are like, come on, join pandemic. Sorry, girl, not at the moment.
So Gokigen Naname really does have to use statistics right now, because otherwise currency scores 9 points and an H5 goes away. Um,
You think it's a yellow he has returned thwol?
I'm not sure because if I were Gokigen Naname right now, I would do statistics, return that 6 to thwol's hand, and then use pottery by returning 2 ones and score that 5. And then you draw the one that thwol returned. And I think that's why thwol was thinking so hard about what that one was, because it could go into Gokigen Naname's hand if Gokigen Naname does this trick with the 2 ones, but he has not done it twice already. So I think it's kind of unlikely that he'll do it now.
Now, the ones left are, of course, masonry and tools, and you said sailing, right? So,
Yeah, I think sailing might still be there.
yep. Now there are two ones in his hands, and he needs to listen to you. Goki needs to listen to you. I have a feeling that the big red bar, out of time, kick somebody out of the game, is really, it may be messing him up.
Uh-huh.
Now this is what evening time, 9:52. So that is 10, 11, 12. So it's almost midnight in South Korea, 12's time. And Goki, I am not sure which time zone he's in. He may be in Central Time, which means it's 9:52 his time, or 10:52 if he's East Coast, or 8:52 Mountain Time, 7:52 a.m. West Coast. Um, because I don't think he is in Hawaiian time or Alaskan time.
Right. I think Gokigen is tempted to use statistics twice, but if he does that, then thwol can use currency twice with the threes, fours, and fives and get monument and essentially get his score back.
Yes,
Um, this is a tough situation actually for
that
Goki.
is yes. Now the fours and fives in his hand, I am thinking, but
One option, I if I were Gokigen and I had Reformation in my hand right now, ah,
1-1. Okay, he
there he
scored a
did it. He
five.
did it.
Yay! Good job.
Um, but what I was gonna say is if I had Reformation in my hand, one option is to meld Reformation. That gets you to actually 12 leaves. And then you can just use Reformation and tuck a whole bunch of things and get Monument first.
Yeah. However, thing is, he is going to have the one
Ah,
melt first.
this was smart. This clogged up currency
Yep, it
because
clogs
Thwal
currency.
really,
Yeah.
yeah, Thwal really wanted to use currency with a four and a five and get 9 points. But now if he does that, he only gets five.
Yes, you are right. There is a 2 and a 3 on the deck.
Yep.
And Thwal does not want to use mysticism just yet. He does not want to share it
So it
because
looks
that's
like
gonna melt a
chemistry,
4 too.
chemistry again, and then maybe chemistry one more time. I don't know. But then statistics just returns all those sixes. So Gokigen found a way out. That was very smart.
Well, the thing is, if it returns to sixes, he can use agriculture and score sevens, and if he does statistics, that gives sevens in Thwal's hands, which could be extremely dangerous. But we'll see.
Hmm.
And if it happens that way, and if one of the sevens that Thwal ends up in his hand is what explosives, or
Hmm.
yeah, explosives, or what is that other red with the crown?
Combustion.
Combustion, yeah. He could start stealing from Goki cards and scores. Yep, if it is explosive, he could wipe out Goki's hand. But yeah, let's see. Now we're still at okay, so Goki can get the next achievement, the fifth achievement. Game is a
I
little
think Wall is disappointed. I think he really thought he was going to get achievement number five. Well, I would maybe just gunpowder and kill feudalism out of spite, and then city states.
Yep.
That gets 5 points, and then plus another four.
But you know what? That would wipe out thwol's chances of melding a lower age card on Goki's board.
That's true.
Because right now they are even in castles. And if, without feudalism, yep, city states has just one castle, not two, so that would cut him down to two castles instead of three.
Yeah, so thwol has to wonder, did gokigennaname think it through that far ahead, that a shared mysticism? Because what if that one is yellow and it covers up statistics? That's bad.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Could it be? We never saw masonry, so it could be masonry.
Yep, like I said, masonry and tools and the card you had mentioned, selling. Those are the ones that have not shown up yet, and I think Goki knows exactly what that one may be. He has two ones in hands, one in thwol's score pile, and one in the deck.
Right.
So he has good idea. Dun, 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 dun. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. So Thwol is, as usual, thinking. He likes to think, and I have a feeling he is placing all the cards on the deck, on the board actually, to see who gets what, who gets what. He's thinking 2 moves ahead. Oh well, it gets so interesting. Okay, so he scored a 2, which means mysticism is not going to melt.
So now, yeah, uh, yeah, mysticism won't be shared.
Yep. So he scored a 2. He wiped out feudalism and scored a 2. So his score is still not enough, and even though he has a Yuga. Yep, Code of Laws. So that leaves sailing and tools in Goki's hands. But he does not have a 6 on board. Goki is going to get the next achievement, which he did.
Right. And
And
I would love if Koki melded Reformation right now.
hmm,
Fun. That would stop gunpowder.
yes.
And I know that Thwol would love to draw a six right now and then use currency twice to get monument.
Mm-hmm.
So Thwol would be very happy if statistics happen right now, and that's six in his
Yes.
hand. I think Goki would. It would be nice if Goki instead melded Reformation and went after monument himself.
Yep. Yes. Melting Monument would give him 12 leaves. 12 or 11? Oh, that would be 11, right? Monument
No, it
has
would be 12 because Reformation has 3 leaves.
three.
So it would cover up city states, add 3 more leaves, so you would have
Yes,
12.
that would be 12. You are right. 3 leaves. Yep, yep, yep. 12 leaves and monument. So, yeah, go for it. Come on, Goku. Unless he's going for the sixth achievement by using pottery.
That's a temptation as well.
Yep.
He certainly can get there first.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
In fact, that might be the wiser option right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know because the wall can then draw sixes and then get monument with
Four
currency.
sixes. Unless thwol is hanging on to Reformation.
Oh yeah, that's right. The wall might have it.
But that would give him 8 leaves total. Well,
Enterprise. That's a
interesting.
surprise.
Yes. But at least it stopped gunpowder. But you know what? If thwol wants to share currency, Goki can too. But Goki will not get monument. thwol will. Well, thwol
Right.
can if Goki shares. I think that's what thwol is hoping for.
Oh. Huh.
Well, he's hoping it's not currency. I mean, green. He's hoping it's not a green card because if it is, that will effectively stop him from using currency. But
I don't know why he didn't share currency because if he shares currency and Gokigen uh, accepts, then he gets to do currency twice and he achieves monument.
he achieves
And
monument, yes. But
if Gokigen turns down currency, then he can still use currency, score 345. That's 12 points, and then draw a six as his second action. And he'll
he
get to
can, yeah.
age six first. Hmm.
Let's see now. Using canning, I mean, no, he cannot get monument. Nope.
Yeah, and he
Um,
can't get very much at all. And he wouldn't want to because of clothing.
Now, at least, I mean, if Goki uses Enterprise, he can splay his greens and get one more castle visible because thwol cannot share it. He cannot splay his greens. I have a feeling Goki's just gonna go for pottery, the safe bet.
Well, thwol wants to do currency on his next turn, score the 345,
Mm-hmm.
and then achieve the six.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
But Thwol was, I think Thwol calculated, said, monument could happen later, but H6, both of them are very close to it, so he should try to claim it first.
That is true.
But yeah,
Yep, he has to get the cards first. There is general discontent in the house because a friend is supposed to be here at 9 and it's 10:06 and they're saying, well, she's supposed to be here. Okay, she's 6 minutes away. All right, so they're both just getting antsy. They're just walking out of the house. Okay, go on. We don't have any trees around the house. Unfortunately, our builder wiped out every tree. Every tree.
uh, that's terrible.
Yeah, and and I mean, the sun rises from the front of the house and sets in the back. And in the back, I estimated we have 7.5 hours of direct sun.
Wow.
I mean, in the summers, 7.5 hours. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I really don't understand this. I mean, I see it a lot when older houses get bought and they, gut the house and then make it like, twice as big, but they cut down all the trees on the property. And I'm like, it's so stupid. It's like you need shade
Yes.
in order, you know, and the trees are beneficial.
Absolutely. I would love to have proper trees. I mean, we have planted trees and, fruit trees and the flower trees and stuff, and a couple of pine trees. And the fruit trees, unfortunately, two apple trees got wiped out by storms.
Uh-huh.
So,
Apple trees don't grow so tall though, you know.
they don't know.
Yeah.
And the thing is that the first tree that got knocked out, it got ripped from its roots.
Wow.
Not even a root. It was so painful. I mean, it's just like, wow, there was a hole in the ground. And the second
Uh-huh.
tree got knocked out, but it broke actually. So
Okay.
there's still a bit of, we have to even out the shards and stuff. Now, if Goki has, say, what's that blue card, atomic theory, he can get the seventh achievement.
Yep. Well, only has to, well, he returned the three. I was going to say he only had to return the four and the five to achieve age six.
You know what? He might actually let Goki get the sixth achievement in order to be able to get monument. Yeah, yep. Let's see what he's
I,
gonna do.
I don't think so. I think he's gonna achieve the
Yeah.
six.
Okay.
Just because I mean Goki already is close to getting seven and eight.
Mm-hmm.
So keep monument on the back burner as an option.
Now at this time, if thwol has what's that thing, societies in hand, um, and Goki has Mel's atomic theory. Mm-hmm. No, there is a one in the deck. I mean, Goki can end up as a second act. He could end up melding atomic theory so that he could use it next turn and get the seventh achievement.
Atomic theory would be fun.
Yep, and societies can't exactly steal it just yet because melding societies, thwol would not have crown majority. Wow,
Ah, okay.
nice.
That's a good combo.
Yep, but
Jumping to
societies
age
can
eight.
still steal emancipation.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Yep, because statistics, colonialism, printing press, they do not get stolen. So let's see. So that was a double meld. Okay, what is that? 3 minutes away from our house yet, or maybe 2 more minutes, unless it's 1 minute. That was a long time ago. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. The game has been going on for an hour and about 10 minutes. I'm going to put my feet up. So, how's your day going?
Well, I woke up and then joined this, so I haven't done very much. I showered. I haven't had breakfast yet.
Oh
Uh,
no.
no. I'll have breakfast after this is over.
And you can go and start like the percolator if you like.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have eggs this morning, and so
Okay.
I would have to watch them on the stove.
I make this little cool dish that I saw on the Instant Pot page. It's those egg bites. Do you make them?
No,
Okay.
what are they like cooked in a little cup and then they're like it's sort of like a little mini omelet of some sort?
Yeah, yeah, you have to get those little egg bite molds from the store or Amazon or whatever, and they are best cooked in the Instant Pot. And
Uh-huh.
just steam them for like 4 or 5 minutes or high pressure 5 minutes, and that's it. And they're so convenient. Just add whatever cut up vegetables and some cheese, sprinkle some cheese on top, and just put them in the fridge, and just pop one or two. Easy,
Great.
easy. Yeah.
Great.
My sister has been bugging me to eat eggs for breakfast, and I'm like, I don't want to start cooking breakfast. I'm too lazy. So maybe I'll do that.
I think thwol has no plan right now. I the problem is I wanted him to save the three actually for currency to have as monument. Uh, but he returned all of them.
Mm-hmm.
He may just have to draw a six. Hope it's something like industrialization.
Yes, that is good for monument. Yes, you are right. He might just do that. Oh, there goes atomic theory.
Uh-huh. The danger here is now clothing is becoming more and more dangerous.
Well, so far it's just going to be A1. Here you go. Yep. Oh,
I,
Cookie's gonna get an 8, but we'll see. Yeah, it is entirely possible that the red in his hand is industrialization.
okay, so Thwal's plan here is canning. Well,
No, that's not going to do
no.
much.
I was thinking he would have the purple and the green field available to tuck a seven and maybe achieve the seven first, but there's an annoying six there first. Um,
So Cookie's gonna grab an 8, I think.
yeah. But now if Goki shares printing press, Thwal can actually share it as well
Yes.
and get that draw that six out of the way,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
then use canning and hope that the seven is a green or a purple that has a factory, which there's corporations, right? Or is that no electricity or railroad? We would hope for that.
Yes. Railroad and yes, electricity. You are right.
Oh, interesting, interesting, interesting.
I hear cheers. Somebody has arrived. Can you hear? Probably not.
No, no, no.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm on the headphone actually, so
Yeah, I think Thwal is going to accept. Very funny.
printing press, yeah. Yeah, but it's gonna be the last 6, right? And Goki's gonna get the 7. So,
Well, no, so right now, if Thwal accepts printing press, um, then he draws a six.
yep.
Gokigen will draw an eight
And a 7 for sharing.
and a seven for sharing. And then Thwal can use this canning trick and hope that he gets either railroad or electricity
Mm-hmm.
and then achieves the age 7 first.
It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. Oh, he did share. Wow.
And he returned to 2, which he may want as mysticism.
Yes, you are right.
Maybe he returned mathematics,
Yes, you are right. That is possible.
or well, currency he wouldn't meld, huh?
He scored currency. It may be currency.
But it wouldn't be a quick action with mysticism.
Just for fun, he could actually do clothing as a second move and score mats or currency.
I might do statistics right now just to eliminate this possibility of thwol getting lucky and achieving the 7.
Yes, you are right. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. And there is great rejoicing in the house. That game is heavy. I mean,
Yeah.
those are two really good players just, you know, thinking hard and estimating all moves and yeah. Who in the world is Pony Sue? He's not even in our innovation enthusiast, is he?
No, I have no idea who he is.
Okay. He may be
I've never seen this
Goki's
person
friend.
before. I've never seen them before.
Yeah. I have a feeling he is Goki's friend.
Maybe.
Yeah. If that's the case, I wish he would join the stream. Okay, wow. Nice. You know what? Canning. Hmm. Hmm. If he shares canning, we'll see.
What was thwol's plan? Was the plan canning or not? Because now canning is shared.
Skyscraper reminds me of my game with Thai guy.
Uh-huh.
I had, what's that thing? I had chemistry and education. And I did chemistry and got an 8, and it turned out to be skyscraper.
Uh-huh.
And Thai guy was so disappointed. He said, I was hoping that you would get a leaf because he was hanging on to a compass.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he was just so disappointed. I'm like, well, sorry. So that was the end of the game.
Mm.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, out of the eights, there's only 2 that have leaves. It's not that high of a probability.
Hmm. All right, so now Thwol is thinking. And it's not so bright anymore because it's probably the sun is probably set. Well, it's what, midnight at his time, so yeah, there should not be any sun. 10:20, 11:20, 12:20. Okay, so it's 20 minutes past midnight his time, Sunday.
Yeah. I don't know. Did he intend to use mysticism on that too, and then draw a 2?
Well, it may or may not be maths. We'll see. If it is maths, he could meld it, you know, and grab a 7. But then Goki is already going to have the 6th, 7th, and 8th achievements. So we'll see. Goki could display his purples by using emancipation. We don't know. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But with the skyscrapers, and if thwol ends up melting mathematics and goes to level 7 or 8 with a clock, skyscrapers could wipe him out. Alright, so there is deep thinking going on. Thwol is just like, okay, I can grab mats, I can melt mats, and I'll have, um, currency in hand, but then I'll still have to draw a 7. So,
Yeah. Well, the other two is what Gokigen returns. So I think yeah. So I think is one option is that two he gets with mysticism is math. And then he draws a 7, and then he uses math on that 7 to get to 8, and then he uses math again. He's maybe hoping to get to the tens and get some nice winning condition because I think he's in trouble right now with Gokigen Naname is definitely going to get age 8
yes.
and might get age 7 too, and that's 5 achievements.
Yep.
And he's not far away from wonder with because of emancipation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think if thwol shares canning, I don't think Gokigen Naname would accept.
Yep.
So I think printing press is actually pretty useful.
Exactly.
Having the blue slate is useful. Having depth to the green and blue stacks is useful.
Oh, he went for.
So he's going for a
Ah.
monument
Ah ha 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 ha. He wants to do skyscrapers.
and then steal skyscrapers.
Yeah, of
Yes,
course. I mean, yeah.
but he can't right away. I mean, Gokigen Naname would give colonialism first and then emancipation. You know,
Thing is that if he uses industrialization, that's going to give him 3 more crowns. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. That would end up being 6 on his board, because he is not going to share it because he has the factory majority. So with the majority of, yeah, I mean, Goki can get, Goki should get 7th achievement and maybe grab an 8 in hand in case industrialization wants. I mean, industrialization, he can just give him emancipation.
well,
But thwol will probably go for
why
monument.
not? Why not achieve age 7 and then share emancipation? Because that gets Gokigen Naname more crowns. It gets 2 more crowns.
Yes, you are right. Yes, and well, they both get 2 more.
Well, they both would get 2 more, but then if thwol accepts, then Gokigen Naname gets an 8 for sharing.
Yes.
Uh, and if thwol doesn't accept, then he has to work harder to get the crown advantage.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep, yep. You are right. That's good ideas. Good ideas. Do 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 do. Goki is thinking.
Thwol is trying to get both wonder and monument and maybe empire at this point.
Hmm.
Because industrialization ×2 will get a monument, maybe splay purple if he's lucky. And then banking can splay the greens.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Pretty tight game so far.
I might do emancipation here.
Yep. Gookie, you need to listen to Paul.
Because you don't want banking to terrorize your board so much.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. I should have used banking in my earlier game, but I didn't, and I've been regretting it. Oh, crap.
Okay, that's interesting as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because now industrialization has to be shared.
Now, thing is, if he does banking, he might just end up with coal. He likes the card, but I don't think he wants to cover industrialization. So, yep. All right. Here you go. It tucked greens.
Uh,
Let's see.
so thwol will get monument because thwol got an extra factory under his red pile.
Yeah, he plays red. He's gonna get two more. If Goki plays purples, he's gonna get one more. Yep, you are right. So that is monument. Now Thwol has the factory majority.
Yep. So industrialization, second time, purples will splay. Then banking will give him wonder the following turn.
Yes.
And he has to hope for empire. It's 11:30.
He got monument, okay, flight and antibiotic. Okay. So if Goki does coal or emancipation, no, I don't see how he can display his greens. I do not see. Now the Goki can get is going to get the eighth achievement
Right.
and probably draw an eight in hand or splay his reds. It's entirely possible, to the atmosphere of excitement, I guess. Oh well, he left.
Yeah, if I were Goki last turn, I would have splayed the reds instead of the purples because sharing coal is potentially very dangerous, but sharing emancipation is not dangerous at all. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he can do, yes, you're right, he can do emancipation and splay his reds. You are right. Because,
Yeah, and that would actually, I mean, that would work pretty well. Use emancipation to splay the reds. Um, and then banking is neutralized as long as the crown advantage holds.
yep.
Uh, and achieve the eight. Um,
He will get,
Mm.
they will share the factories, and he will have the crown advantage, and he will get one more, of course, light bulb, after which he's gonna need, what's under the greens? Oh yeah, okay. Hmm. Goku is thinking, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'd probably achieve the 8 and do emancipation.
Oh, he did coal.
Coal is dangerous.
No, do not do anything, man. What is that? Rocketry? Ooh, rocketry. Now, Toltux Corporations, which is a green card. Okay, so if he. Ah, he could score banking and electricity and get mass media and wipe out Goki's score. Uh 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 uh. Not a good idea, Goki. Not a good idea. I mean, it's not going to give him wonder, but it will wipe out his score. But we'll see. Wall is counting all the symbols.
I think thwol wanted rocketry tucked under his side to help him with um, Empire.
Yep. Now the thing is that, Goki still needs to have one more. What's that thing? One more
Castle.
castle showing up.
And it's there in the green pile.
Yep, but he cannot score clothing and the wheel. That is not going to be awesome.
I don't think Goki should score anything.
Nope, he should not. Because he might get a problem.
Actually, scores purples.
Oh, is that light
Scores
bulb?
purples that gets
Railroad?
Empire because City States gets exposed.
Yes, you are right. You are
Look
right.
at that.
That's a good idea.
And then achieve the 8
You
and he
are
won.
right.
That was that's very nice.
That's a good plan, yes. But has Goki figured it out? That's the question.
Oh, he might
Twal may
have.
have figured it out, but has Goki? Yep, he went for mass media.
Because now he has to eliminate score pile, but it's too late. This is the first action. Score those purples. Score those purples.
Come on, Goki, 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 go for it, go for it, go for it. The game is been going on for 1 hour and 35 minutes. We are overexcited. Come on, come on, come on, Goki.
Even my cat is meowing out of excitement.
There you go.
There we
Yes, you
go,
are right. Good
Empire.
job,
And
Goki.
now
Great
achieves the
game.
8.
Yes.
Beautiful ending.
Wow. That is awesome. Paul, you saw it. That was good job. That was, you are awesome. That was just, yeah. Wow. Nice. Very nice. I am going to stop the stream. Give me a second.
Let's just say that gokigennaname got Master Assassin from that as well.
Yes, he did. Yes, let's see how much ELO he got. 16 ELO. Nice. Twal is still at 721, but yes, you are right. Master Assassin.
And was that actually Gokigennaname's first time over 500? He might have gotten two badges.
Probably. No, I think he
Yeah,
has been
he,
expert
he
before.
has. Yeah, he has been over 500 before,
Yep, yep.
but only fairly recently.
Okay, yeah, good job. I'm going to go stop the uh, stream, and I think thwol will probably want to do the post game chat. Stop streaming. Da 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 da.